You reach for the shaker without thinking, a pinch on the eggs, a dash on the fries. You don't measure it, you don't question it, your hand just knows. But there was a time when that same pinch of salt could buy you a soldier's loyalty, a slave's freedom, or a month of a family's food. Salt used to be worth more than gold in some parts of the world. Roman soldiers were partly paid in it. The word salary comes from it. So how did something you now sprinkle without a second thought become one of the most fought-over substances in human history? The answer starts long before Rome. It starts before farming. It starts before language, maybe. Your body cannot make sodium on its own. None can. Every animal that walks, swims, or crawls needs it to keep its nerves firing and its muscles moving. Too little, and your cells stop communicating properly. Your muscles cramp. Your mind grows foggy. In extreme cases, you die. So evolution built you a shortcut, a craving. The physiologist Derek Denton spent decades studying this exact hunger. He found that the drive for salt is not learned, it is wired in. Animals raised in labs, animals that had never once tasted salt in their lives, would still seek it out the moment their bodies ran low. Denton called it one of the oldest and most primal of all appetites, older even than the drive for water in some species. Your ancient ancestors carried that same wiring. But here's the strange part. For most of human history, they didn't need to go looking for salt at all. Why not? Because they were eating meat. Fresh meat, blood, organs, all of it naturally loaded with sodium. Hunter-gatherer groups, studied by modern researchers, living far from any coastline or salt deposit, often show sodium levels in their diet close to what their bodies need, without ever adding a single grain. The animals they hunted did the work for them. Something else was happening at the same time, though, something with your tongue. The taste researcher Michael Tordoff at the Monell Chemical Senses Center has spent years mapping exactly how salt receptors on your tongue work. What he and his colleagues found is unsettling in a good way. Your taste buds are not just detecting salt, they are rewarding you for finding it. Low concentrations taste pleasant. It's only at high concentrations that salt starts to taste unpleasant. A built-in warning system to stop you from overdoing it. In other words, your body built its own feedback loop, millions of years before anyone ever mined a rock of it. So if early humans were already getting enough sodium from meat, when did salt become something people actively pursued? Something people started digging for, boiling for, trading for? The shift lines up almost exactly with something else: farming. Once humans began settling down and eating more grains, vegetables, and dairy instead of blood-rich meat, their diets suddenly had far less natural sodium in them. You just have to reach out your hand,